Yo, what's good, guys? For those of you who don't know, people like to call me Buck or Bucka. Either one, I don't care. Feel kind of weird doing this. I just got out of class. Some friends convinced me it would be a good idea, and I said, fuck it, I got nothing better to do right now. Don't want to do homework. Don't have class tomorrow. So here I am. I got this battle against this dude named HBK on the smoking servers of Pokemon Online. He's ranked in the top 40, so obviously he's a good ass battler. We've had a couple good battles. I think we're like 2 and 2 against each other. This is one of my favorite battles I've had against him, though. So let's get right into it. He's running a Sandstorm team. I just got your typical standard team. And I predict him to lead off with his T-Tar, which is why I lead off with my Terrakion, as you see here. But he actually leads off with his Heatran. A little bit weird, but not that big of a deal. I'm just going to go straight for that close combat, because I know I scare that thing out. And he goes into his Gliscor, which can wall me all day. Even though I'm choice banded, that damage is just pitiful to this Gliscor. So I have to switch out. And I go right into my Mew because Gliscor can't touch my Mew. And little does he know, this thing is modest, max special attack, max speed. And I'm about to catch him way off guard here and go straight for that Ice Beam and one hit kill him. Which is just great for me because that Gliscor is really the only thing standing in the way of my Terrakion doing massive damage. And let me tell you, I love this Mew. It's really just there for Gliscors, Dragonites, Ferrothorns, and Scizors because I also carry the Fire Blast. But anyways, he goes into his Roserade. I know this Mew's basically worthless at this point, so I just want to get as much damage on this Roserade as possible. I know it's going to go to... He's going to use the Sleep Powder, so I just go straight for the Fire Blast. And he does put me to sleep. And now I predict him to go for the Toxic Spikes or Spikes. And he does just that. So it's a free chance to go right back into my Terrakion. And that something has to take a close combat to the fucking forehead. So he just decides to leave his Roserade and his Death Fodder. And that's great for me because Roserade's a pretty big threat to my team. So now he goes into his Landorus. I'm obviously threatened by the Earthquake, so I have to switch out. Go right into my Skarmory because I can wall this thing. And he goes straight for the Earthquake, knowing that my Terrakion is a big-ass threat. He wants to get rid of that thing as soon as possible. So now he's forced to switch out, and this is just a free chance for me to lay up a layer of spikes. And now I'm obviously threatened by the fire move, so I have to get the hell out of dodge. And he finds this as a good time to lay up some Stealth Rocks, which is really fine by me. I don't have anything that's damaged too bad by Stealth Rocks. It just kind of hinders my switching a little bit, but not too much. Anyways, I find this as the perfect time to lay up my own Stealth Rocks, as he goes for the Protect. This caught me a little off guard. Don't really know what he was trying to do. I'm assuming trying to Toxic Stall me a little bit. But then he stays in again, as I go for the Thunder Wave, predicting a switch. So I don't really know what he's trying to get accomplished here. But now I have to Soft Boil up. And he predicts that, goes right into his Mamoswine, so that was a good prediction. And now I need my Chansey just for that Heatran because I have nothing else that wants to switch into that thing. So I have to go right into my Skarmory on this Mamoswine. And as you guys will see, this thing's Life Orb, and it actually does a fair amount with its Icicle Crash to me. It does about 30%, so after this next hit, I need to roost off the damage. But unfortunately, you get a fucking flinch. So, oh man, I was pissed at this point. Because it ruined all my momentum I had in this game. So, now I need to switch into my Mew's Death Fodder. Because as I said, it doesn't serve much of a purpose anymore. He's going to take me out with the Icicle Crash and Earthquake combo. No big deal, because it really just gives me a chance to go into that big-ass threat, that Terrakion. Yes! So, that's exactly what I'm going to do right here. He takes me out, which is good. That's what I wanted him to do. And I'm going to get my momentum right back by going into my Terrakion, because nothing wants to take this choice banded close combat. So he decides to leave his Mamoswine in as death fodder. He's going to go for the Ice Shard. No big deal, just get some extra damage off on me. Doesn't matter at all later on in the game. But I get that big threat out of here, so that's great for me. I have a 5-3 lead fairly early in the game, so things are looking really good for me. But once again, he's going to go into his Landorus. I can't stay in because I need this thing. Going to go into my Skarmory, hoping he goes for the Earthquake, but he's better than that. He goes for the Stone Edge, predicts me nicely, and takes out my Skarmory. So now I really didn't know what kind of Landorus this was. I was assuming it was Scarf, so I just go into my own Scarfer and just hit him with my most powerful attack, which will be Shadow Ball. And by him staying in, it makes me think he's Scarfed as well. So I'm just going to try and finish him off here by going for another Shadow Ball. But he knows I'm going to do that, so he goes into his Heatran. And unfortunately here for him, he actually gets 4 Parahaxes in a row. I'll speed this part up. But really, I just went into my Chansey because I wanted as death fodder. I just wanted to safe switch in to my Terrakion again. But as I said, he gets Parahax 4 straight times, which is very unfortunate. I'm sorry, dude. But this is basically just me as tossing away his Heatran. And just me waiting to die. So now he's going to bring in his Tyranitar. Finally going to kill me off with the Stone Edge, which is great for me because I just wanted that safe switch. And right here he actually goes, or right here he goes for the Stone Edge, but he doesn't have leftovers. So I'm immediately assuming he's choiced in a way, or has Choppleberry, but more so choice. So now I know my Lucario resists a Stone Edge, like quad resists it. So I just go straight for the close combat just on the off chance that he's Choppleberry, and I want to get as much damage in as possible. But he switches onto his Landorus as death fodder, which confirms he is Scarfed, or choiced in a way. But as you'll see, after this turn, he is Scarfed. I just go for the extreme speed, try to get some extra damage off on it, as he finishes me off with the superpower. I go into my Terrakion just because I want to see what kind of Tyranitar this is. And as you see, it turns out to be Scarfed. I do carry the quick attack on this thing, but really, I don't think it would have even gotten me in the range to where Shadow Ball could kill it. So now my last Pokemon is Gengar. It's left at 9% health after Stealth Rocks. And really, the game just comes down to whether or not I can hit this Focus Blast. And I do. So that's the 1-0 victory for me. If I missed that, I would have either lost or it would have been a draw. So that was a great game, HBK. To everyone watching this, I hope you guys enjoyed. Please comment, rate, subscribe, all that good shit. And I hope to post more battles in the future. But I'm out for now. Peace.